Some basic theory you need to know for any instrument are just the notation that's used, and we knew that it was the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You can start over then at A, B, C. But in between some of these notes there are other notes. For example, between A there's A sharp, and you use the pound sign to represent that. Or if you think of it as coming down from B, it's B flat. They make a little like a lowercase b. That's the B flat. Now from B to C there are no additional notes. There's no B sharp or C flat. After C, however, there is a C sharp or D flat. D to E also there's D sharp or E flat. And now E to F is the other exception. And from F there's F sharp or G flat. You got G sharp, A flat, A sharp, or B flat. And so we call the musical interval between each of these to be one half step. There's a half step between each of these notes. And it just so happens, actually it doesn't just so happen, it's designed this way. The guitar has a half step between every fret. So if I have the E string, there's the E string. Now if I go up by one half step, press it this way, that's an F. What comes after F? According to the paper, F sharp or G flat. Same note, different name. Then you got G. So we're talking single notes now. These are not chords. These are single notes. Even though in Spanish the word chord is cuerda, or string is cuerda and chord is acorde. It's all very confusing. But we got going on G sharp. So it's just any string you start on, fret by fret, it's a half step. And this sequence has a special name which you should know. It's called the chromatic, C-H-R-O-M-A-T-I-C, chromatic scale. That just means basically going through all the notes without skipping any, all the sharps and flats. Something interesting here too is if you notice there's if you have a sharp and a flat, you see how it goes 1, 2, then there's kind of a space, and then 1, 2, 3 sharps in a row, and then it kind of goes back. It's interesting how that's in fact exactly what you have on the piano keyboard. This is the C key, just like I have here C. Then you have 2 sharps or flats. Then there's kind of a space between E and F. This is E and F. And then 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 F sharp, G sharp, A sharp keys. So this is the chromatic. And really, a piano is almost exactly like a single guitar string. Of course, you can play like many guitar strings, but if you were to play the piano, you got C, C sharp, D, E, D sharp, E, F. This is basically like one more fret on the guitar, playing one of these notes at a time. So all the music really works together. It follows the same theories, and this is one of those that you really need to know. So one thing to know is which 2 notes are a half step between the letters, and those are B and C. B to C is a half step, and E to F is also one half step. And therefore there is no B sharp C flat, and there's no E sharp F flat in standard music. So what I need to be able to do for ECFA, for your test, is to be able to list all these. Say A sharp, B flat, B, C. Maybe you just need to write them all down like I did here, and tell me what the chromatic scale is and just list them all. You can go from A to A, or C to C, or just keep going. And that pattern, we need you guys to know that pattern. It will be very useful to you as you're calculating what notes are and calculating chords in the future. This is one of those basic things you really need to know. So sit down and do your homework. You'll be glad you did.